Yo, what is good? Just another recap here of my trade today. So, let's get straight into it. Basically on the higher time frame, what are we doing? It's pretty standard. We're coming out of this daily fair value gap, going higher towards these relative equal highs, all up here, pretty obviously bullish. What we're doing here in the 4 hour, where we're disrespecting bearish fair value gaps and respecting bullish. So again, just looking for a way to get involved at open. So what do we do in recent price action? Well, we create this. It's a 2 hour, but that was in the formation. But we have this hourly fair value gap created here. Obviously with this swing being before the general higher time frame swings. So again, my overall DOL for the day would have been this hourly to kind of target, just finding some sort of key level to take it towards that and kind of in a way rebalance this range. So it's sort of a mech / kind of continuation idea. So what I did find was this hourly intermediate term low, which I was happy to take longs off of, which is also paired with this 30-minute, fresh unmitigated 30-minute. And again, everything is pretty much the same on ES, so I'm just going to go over what we get on NASDAQ. So it would have been nice if we left this 30-minute and market open, but what we do is we actually tap into this. And we get the next leg lower where we get our entry confirmation. So technically, what you would say is we're actually targeting high resistance within this, but the way that I saw it is because of how bullish we were and also weighing attack and defense, I didn't see that this 30-minute was going to beat this 30-minute basically. So, and I'll go into my thought process on that a bit more when we get into the lower time frames. So what do we get at open? Well, we're basically between these two 30 minutes and with an unmitigated hourly above here, also below midnight open, generated trend line above here. So generally we got some nice higher draws. At open, we basically get manipulation up into here, into this 30 minute. And we obviously get some sort of setup there towards the lows, but I just was, in my head, we have the hourly above, which I want to actually target. So I don't know why I would want that on my stop loss. That was kind of my idea. I mean, it's probably somewhat valid to have taken something here. But again, for me, I wasn't too convinced because I was looking for longs. Finally tap into this 30-minute. And so let's say, for example, if we got an inversion here, I would probably... I don't know if I would have taken it, just because I think that, the last trade I took that was a loss didn't seem to have too much accumulation. Obviously, we've got good higher time frame draws, but I like to have a better accumulation, whereas this accumulation is just sweeping highs and coming into a key level. So again, I would prefer more structure to have developed. So we'll come off this minute for value gap, and then what we do is we stop hunt here, and this is also, I believe, yes, so that's on the 15-minute with ES, but this is an SMT with ES, which is just a nice cherry on the top of the trade idea. So I'm going to go to the lower time frames on my Alpha Futures account, just so that we can show the trade that I took. So for the lower time frame structure, this is that stop hunt here, and what we do get is nice generated liquidity here. So we do get that accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and as you see, what I have marked out here is the CISD. We've got the CISD marked out here. And the reason I wanted this is because if we got an inversion, say, that closed just about here, maybe on the 15-second, I would honestly just say that would be adding towards the generation of liquidity more, and it wouldn't have been as convinced in taking it. So I actually waited until, well, we got it anyways on the first closure, And then I got in here and I was taking it towards the intermediate term high in the 30 minute. And so the reason why I took this towards this intermediate term high, which is technically high resistance, is because in my head I felt like this 30 minutes play had already played out the manipulation, and that this 30 minute offered a more protected stop loss, as we had the hourly above this 30 minute, making the general this high generally less protected than this low created out of this 30 minute. So therefore I was happy to take it to the 30 minute, which this idea ends up playing out, and that's the trade that I took today.